What's up, guys? Happy Prime Day. So, pretty boring overnight session. Had some pretty decent sell offs. I caught a few of those with futures. Now we're kind of, NQ is actually green overnight. I'm starting to come back. So, let's go ahead and get started. Key watches for 7/12 Prime Day. Data. Do we have any data coming out today? No. Everything still just waiting for tomorrow. The big thing, guys, is you have this inflation data at 8:30, but look, right at 10 o'clock, Bank of Canada rate decision. That's going to move the market too. Ooh, I'm still watching YouTube on my laptop. That's going to move the market too. So we do have the CPI data, but I'd wait. A lot of people like to get in those plays, like 9:45, 9:50, but we still have that 10 o'clock tomorrow. But everything is waiting on tomorrow. Pretty sure the market's gonna be all set up for the overnight session. So we got CPI tomorrow, the beige book, monthly budget. Thursday we have claims, jobless claims, PPI, retail, or that's China actually. Jobless claims, PPI. Friday we have retail sales, Bostic, University of Michigan sentiment. So a lot of crazy data coming up. Just, all right. So let's go ahead and start. ES is lagging behind NQ. Yesterday we just had a um, strong self right at open. This was overnight. Strong self open. We recovered. Basically, recovered that sell candle and then dropped again. Right at right when the Asian markets opened was a huge drop. Let's look at the Asian markets just overall. Uh, Japan down almost 2%. China down on 1.3%. So those are down. Europe not really being affected right now. Bitcoin underneath 20K, pretty much going straight. No, straight down. They're gonna be affected pretty hard tomorrow. Oil, back under 1,000, back under 100. My bad. We had this just trend line break. Seems like we just retested it on the 8th, and then we're dropping. So let's go ahead and get started. Yes. Right now we're bouncing from a. I'll start long view right here. still in this pretty strong flag. You can tell these candles very bottom wicky when we hit here. So that is not the monthly open. Maybe that is the monthly open. I don't know. I don't want that on here. You know, when we hit this, seems like, let's see if they're able to bring price back in. 3780. But overall, you know, we do have this uptrend. And then we have this downtrend. So we are going to break. Seems like we're in perfect timing for inflation data to kind of break us. Go down to 4 hour. We have we weren't able to get back to where we sold off at the 3921. So this is a pretty strong supply up here if we ever do recover up back up there. Sideways. You know, overall yesterday pretty sideways. You know, we did have a movement up, move it down, but we did have a good base. Pretty big base though. And then a drop overnight session. We are catching our, I believe it's a 3 hour. 3 hour right here. Here's our demand strong push up. We did not touch it, so that's why I kind of like it. Strong push up, came down. Actually longed. I mean, longed futures out of this zone. You can tell how pretty strong reaction from the zone. But we are in it. There's our first touch. You can tell. Look at that. Our first touch. Nice wick. Nice strong move. Look at that. Nice move up. That was a nice long. So going in today, let's look at what we got. I don't expect that much fun today. As I believe everything's going to be waiting for tomorrow. Main thing I'm going to watch today is if Apple, Amazon, Google, you know, Microsoft, if those stocks are staying a tad bit strong. So right now, let's see if we get to yesterday's lows. Yesterday's lows, 3850. 3855 was pretty, you know, if you look back, 3855 definitely a pretty key level. So, you know, let's see if we're going to have a 3855 retest today, possibly push up to here where I do have my supply, and then a continuation down. Supply is right here, kind of this 1 hour. So the overnight session 1 hour, strong sell right here. See if we can continue back up here, hit this, sell again. To the downside, we have this little consolidation overnight session here, and then probably right here. So that's our levels for ES. one more thing. You guys are watching. I appreciate you guys if you like and subscribe. If you're not subscribing already, please subscribe. Uh, yes, we're still inside week, so that's just showing consolidation. Uh, Europe's still open, Brad. They close at 11:30. What's up, Nas Life? Europe. I'm not sure what Europe is. I have UK 100. I don't know if this is the FTSE. They're just inside yesterday. They just have an inside day today. They had their sell off here from Asian market opens, kind of rebounded, and then sold off again. Not much movement. Europe's really probably not that affected. Oh, come on, dog. All right, sorry. NQ. NQ is back into yesterday. This blue line. I had this blue line. I'm gonna try to keep this up. I always turn it off, but yesterday's high lows. I'm actually gonna change it to. I can't change it to dots. Yesterday's high lows. You can tell. Look at that. Bounce, bounce, drop, retest there. We're back into it. So NQ, I'm really watching this uptrend. ES seems closer to that uptrend. The breakdown first. Yeah, they're closer. NQ really would have been nice if we got back up in here, but we did not. To downside, I'm really watching this thing. 3 hour. 3 hour works really well. What's the supply and demand? You have this. Let's see this right here. There's that bounce. So we're able to get down back here again. I think we do drop again. And that really not. Key levels 11,700, 12. This could have been a nice short. VIX, oh, we finally gapped up above that. I like that. 2650. Some odd reason we just could not pass that 2650. We gapped up, so one gap up, two. We're just gapping up. Apple. We touched this demand already. The really one I'm waiting down here is this one. Kind of our 2-day with our strong push up. A couple days ago, probably last week, I was like, this 2-day to 2-day. We're just waiting. If we do drop, this one's already touched, so we can break through it. And look at, we have decent upside. Amazon, it is Prime Day. Hope you guys are buying something. I'm buying light bulbs. Such fun. Such a good time being an adult. So I'm gonna buy some light bulbs today because I bought the wrong ones the other day. Amazon. Um, Basically at close yesterday. I'm not really looking at Amazon. Gonna look into when they release their Prime numbers because we can have some decent downside. A lot of green right there. Google. Google right here. Split is the 18th next week. Same thing. If you go into hour, look at how many hour candles we've had on this push. One, two red. A whole push. Oh no, I could do that one. Yeah. And then you can do the volume profile of that run. For some reason, I have it weird. All right, change that. All right. There's our volume profile. So right here, we might have a possible bounce. You guys could do supply and demand on volume profile. Didn't know. Take the nodes. So we might possibly have a bounce here, which lines up with my supply and demand. I want that to look. So that this little thing on TradingView is good if you're like in a bear flag. You can kind of like do the volume profile of the bear flag and see where you kind of, oh wait, when we get up here, this is where the volume is. We might reject there. It's pretty decent. I'm starting to use that more often. So Google split the 18th 2500 key level. To downside, we're watching 2250. Oh, I gotta do AMD. I don't know what happened to AMD. It kind of fell off my chart. Probably for good reasons. My AMD. Um, had a good hour gap up demand right here. So you had a nice push, nice base here, gap up. We actually touched pretty well. Nice push up. I didn't personally like it because semiconductors. Nas, no. I like to clean my charts up. I do have, when I look at ES, I do have key levels. But usually with higher time frame supply and demand, you can tell right here when we do hit supply up here, what do? We create a new supply. So technically, I can take that one off. I just like keeping that up there right now because that's a huge supply. But I can't take it off. That's our new supply right here. So usually when we hit demand, like supply, we create new supply. When we hit demand, look how many times we've hit this demand. We created a new demand here, and then right here is this demand I'm looking at. So we created a new demand there. So technically, I can turn that one off. And I'm just looking at the closest ones because we break through this one, we're gonna head down to this one. But if it's that strong of a move, we're just gonna break. We'll just break demands. So there's really no point of demands. But that's gonna be a if we hit this one, that's a good 1.5% move to almost 3% move. I might look for a bounce down here. Um, I like kind of showing the video. No video. Who I got someone or here like Boeing. Like we did have a demand here, a supply here. Look, I just mark it up. You can mark it with a box. You can mark it. Oh, this is a key level. Key level. It's not really a supply, so I was I try to mark it a little different. You could do that or a key level. For some reason, Boeing can't get past 141. I don't know. But for me, the first times it touched, you want a fresh one. Because like I said, you could you know like it's like a bouncing ball. I wish I really had this picture because there's a picture of this one. So it's like a bouncy ball. Here, bounce up. We're gonna hit the floor here, right? We're gonna bounce up, and then eventually we break through the floor. We don't really break through the floor in real life, but that's how I like to show this. So you have your initial push, then you have your second push. It's usually not going to break structure here. We can tell right here we did break structure. So that's showing strong. In the second bounce, we could not break over previous high, so it's not as strong. It's getting weaker and weaker. So yeah, I could be like, okay, we're bouncing here, so that's just a resistance or a support. So maybe like, okay, AMD, that's why I mark up my key level. 76. You can tell 76 is pretty solid key level. And that's where I start getting my key levels from. All right, AMD, not liking. So since we did that 76 demand we had yesterday, so 76 key level. We have a gap above. Not really liking it. Meta, really waiting for. Where's my chart? frozen? I might have froze up. Is it like you saw? Yeah, y'all can still hear me. Hold on, give me my trading view a second. Oh, there we go. Okay. Then really waiting for this. There's your inside day. Look at that inside day break. The downside. Side note: if you guys want to, no, inside days, you do this run strat. This thing's actually pretty good. Runstrat.com. And what I do is go to this group inside. Volume, I kind of like to push this up a little bit. And then you have all your inside days, but it gives you definitely more information. Your ATR, your average volume, your volume. It gives you a lot more information than just a simple scanner. And this is pretty cool. So CVS, Airbnb, Chewy, KR, KSS, Moderna was inside, which is interesting because it had a nice push with a shooter. So shooter's just a huge upper wick right there. CVS. See, it was actually interesting because it was on previous. Here we go. NasLife previous. I haven't charted this in a while, so previous demand, is actually turning into supply. But I probably wouldn't have moved it here. And that's where we're rejecting. But CVS inside day. So runstrat.com. Pretty cool website. Meta, Google. Went over Google. Went over Meta. NVIDIA. Oh wait, Meta. Meta, just waiting for this 160.31. So if we drop down to 160.31, you can tell we had a nice push up here. Same thing here. We had an initial nice push here. Runstrat.com. I'll type it in. Right here we had that initial push up. Came down. From that initial push up, we pushed up pretty well. Look at, we broke structure there. So that's definitely a nice, we might catch a nice bounce there. So we're able to make a new higher high, lower low. We are kind of flagging, but we do have a demand down here. Gap fill above with a supply above. It's got 160.31 demand, 172 gap fill rejected. Okay. I had that out of order. You do Microsoft. Microsoft caught me off guard yesterday. I didn't use supply and demand. I just used momentum on that one. That's probably why I lost. Our time frame, we just have this. No, let's go. Our it's really choppy. I'm gonna try to stay away from Microsoft. Just look at all this ugliness. NVIDIA. NVIDIA, that 160 rejection key level. Watching, don't know why it's 148. Oh, is this low right here? NVIDIA not really liking unless we could get above that 160, honestly. Tesla. Why am I doing all these weird fibs? Tesla, we had this right here. 4 hour, 3 hour, but 3 hour should be right here. 3 hour right there from 771 to 780, which is that key level. So, oh wait, but we didn't hit it. But when you put on extended hours, look at that beautiful rejection there. Where are we bouncing? We're actually bouncing from my demand. So 686 key level. So we need a 686 hold. So you have right here in between 686 and why do I have some weird numbers? I must be moving some stuff around in my chart. You know, we just bounced here. So when you see this, I mean, this is not supply and demand. This is, you don't have to use supply and demand in every single way to chart or trade. But look at we consolidation from the 29th to the 5th. We're just sideways. What do? We break above. You can take the break, yeah. You can take that break. Good, 2.5%. But what I really like is to watch that retest. Look at that beautiful retest. There you go. That's the play. Beautiful retests. Right there. Let's see. I have some alerts set. Let's just go through my alerts. Netflix. Haven't gotten up here yet. Lucid. Waiting for that 1750. Golden Sachs. I have a one way up there. What was yesterday? These are old, old, old. Okay, so just have a few alerts. It's a nice support resistance right there. Now here's some good key levels right here. Why is that over here? Here's the same thing. We're just consolidating. There's the breakdown. Oh, did you miss the breakdown yesterday? What we do, we come back up, test it, and then we're probably gonna continue down. So our list is good. Let's go back. Futures are going up a little bit. You know, when you're looking at futures, you know, go higher time frame. You guys can notice a lot more on a higher time frame. $3,855 was huge hold yesterday. Buy, I even said that if they wanted to hold that, they had to push it up away from that 3,855 and hold. But they got weak. Buyers got weak. They pushed it back down. Had a little relief bounce and then a huge drop. So if guys, we're watching this. We are watching this. Here's our we're bouncing between these levels. There's this breakdown. Are we gonna come up and test this 3855 and then continue down? I honestly wouldn't go long until we get above that 3855. Same with yesterday. We had here. I had this 3878. I was like, I'm not going long unless we get above that 3878. Now look at that right here. Resistance, support, beautiful support there. Support, support was resistance, resistance, then no longer mattering. It's only 8:30. What? No, it's not. I feel like I turned 8:30 like 40 minutes ago. So we are pushing. I actually went long yesterday or overnight. I didn't hold. I can't hold overnight. I will not sleep. But like I say, believe in your TA. Like I'm going through all this. Do you think I believe in my TA? There you go. Long buy 83833 right here when we had that bounce. This was at 11. So I saw we had a nice reaction here, right here. I longed it about right here. But you know, just like I said, I'm going through this. Yeah, you have a lot of people on Twitter, all that. They're doing their TA, but do they believe in their TA? Are they taking plays on their TA? There you go. This is what I'm telling you. Supply and demand. Look at this. If I would have held this, unfortunately, I can't sleep. Pretty 12-point move. You get what do we get? $100 a point. Why? I keep getting clear. 333. I gotta figure out 30 hours. So yeah, that's $650. move right there. So something with supply and demand. Um, yesterday kind of missed this yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, right here. So you have your 7, kind of, we sold off at 7, so we have a move up, and then we're starting to make a move down right here. So we have just a, why do I have 20 ticks going off? All right, so we have um this is something I'm kind of watching going forward, is we're pushing pretty nice. We began a sold off, and then market opening, you can tell we had that nice green canceled upside, and then we just had a huge sell. Look at that. Began to sell here, came up, sold off there. If you break it to a lower time frame, look at that 30-minute. You can tell. Look at these candles. Wick, wick, upper wicks. Selling, selling, selling. Pepsi pops on raised revenue guidance. So Pepsi had earnings. Someone put on Twitter, only in the dictionary does success come before work. this 4-hour would close before market open, that would be nice right here. So let's see. I mean, we possibly could continue up. Check this. This demand probably formed. Like that. Not sure. Let's see what going forward. I'm gonna end it here. Let's see what price action brings. Definitely watching kind of back down here. We are getting a nice push. Let's see if we could bounce back to that push and then push again. So appreciate